matchup on tap, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Miami Dolphins.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The drive will start with an option going left. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get it behind the line. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on second and 13.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23. Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question because normally that preparation goes into what you do well on defense. What is the best thing that you do going into a game? But in this case, you might want to take all the tendencies and throw them out the window. I would expect them to throw every trick play in the book right out of the gate in order to try and get something established and get things moving.
Now a third down throw, and he misses the target, incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
On fourth down, here's Ryan Stonehouse to punt for Tennessee.
Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lock behind it. Wow.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a first and 10
at their own 12-yard line.
All right, fellas, listen up.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
Open man downfield is Hill.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Tua now on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The Dolphins at 2-10 now on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 44-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. You talk about this Titan defense.
Right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so 4th from the bottom, Charles.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Short throw hauled in by Croft. Just a gain of a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. That's sacked by the DN, Danico Autry.
But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Yeah, hit it. Turbo 3, kick. Money TX. Out.
Tua sets up to pass it. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Oh, they're changing this at the line.
And that is no good. He pulled it just a bit, just a wee bit wide left. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Boy, that's 3 points you really expect to have. That's nothing more than a lack of concentration to me, because an NFL kicker should make this kick in his sleep.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
This defense for the Dolphins, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Traylon Burks, the intended receiver,
and it's 3rd and 5.
You talk about this Miami defense.
Well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
I lost count of the number of turnovers that were occurring in that game,
did.
right? I mean, I had a clicker going after a while. 5, 6, 7, 8. It was unbelievable. There haven't been that many turnovers or takeaways, however you want to say, in the game since the Reagan administration. This is absolutely unreal.
I was in diapers. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
To his throw here, going to be caught by Wilson. 3rd and 3.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That is caught, and he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 43. No score after 1 on EA Sports. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here this second quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. Now it's Tannehill off the bootleg. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Titans. Quez Watkins, 40 yards. And the Titans are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point up and good by Folk, and we are tied at 7. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Go ahead.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down into those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion.
On first and 10, it's Robinson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kevin Farley. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. After the interception, here's Tannehill. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. On the handoff, this is Swift. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On play action, Tannehill. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th. They snap it to Tannehill. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
In motion right, Watkins.
On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route, and he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. On 3rd down, here's Spears.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit Pater, but they're going to go for it. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. They can't hook up on 4th and goal from the 4, and the Dolphins celebrate their goal line stand.
Go ahead.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Second and 10. Second down and a run by Robinson.
And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Well, the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Danico Autry able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Titans are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Well, they set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
Right back to Swift again on second down.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. A shotgun snap for Tannehill.
He'll get this off to Swift.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down?
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And that's what you've got your tough little slot receiver for, isn't it? Right there, those fourth down conversions in the middle of the field.
He knows that's where he has to make his living, and that's where he has to make plays to help his team. And no one is asking him to do anything more or less than do exactly what we saw there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Tannehill. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Intercepted. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
All right, come on.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock.
Tua, a final shot before half. He's going to go up top again. That's caught inside the 20. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Here's Tua. As he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here, or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Tua going to throw.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for Dolphins. First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Turbo one hard. Solo left Zion.
On first down, Tagovailoa. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. Tua setting up shop to throw again. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. Bailey Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score. Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Tannehill.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now,
as he's on to punt for Tennessee. And look at this, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt, it doesn't work out, and the Dolphins get the football in great field position. On play action, here's Tua. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Shot in there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Sanders' kick is good.
So the big return had him fired up, but in the end the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a 1st down.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Swift is hit, and he coughs it up.
And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
A give left side to Robinson.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Bijan Robinson, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead he does go down to a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You're trailing by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football and making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard in doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
On first down, Tannehill.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that will bring up second down.
Second and 7 at the 46-yard line.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage.
Now 2nd and 9.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And he's out right at the 25. That good for 19 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And going deep for Hill. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season. And the Dolphins get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 24.
Jake Bailey set to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10.
They'll start with the option.
And now a fumble. The ball's out.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Here's a diving catch right side, and that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Braxton Berrios laying himself out in the end zone. And the Dolphins have opened the lead up to 3.
Familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Here's a handoff to Swift running left.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
62 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down. Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Tight right.
Tannehill going to get this forward on the jet sweep. Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass going to turn into a loss.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 8.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and off the play action, he'll look to throw it.
Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked.
Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
Well, I wish this staff luck as they try to find positives about this performance by their offense as we move through the early part of the 4th quarter. That sack, the latest example. Down by a boatload, this offense simply can't keep up, and the quarterback is still taking hits. I'd get the backups in there if it were me.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Hey! Hip! There you go, Tiger.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
No, they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Here we go.
The offense staying out there. They're at 50%, 2 for 4 thus far in the game. What can they do here on 4th down?
They'll try it now with Swift.
And this doesn't end well at all as they stop it far behind the line to gain. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action. Now it's Tua. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
25 yards that time.
Robinson will take this in for the Dolphin touchdown. Sanders now to add the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This taken in right around the goal line.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a heck of a return as he goes out of bounds across the 50 inside the 45.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Run. Deep.
A handoff, Swift running to the left.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Off play action, Tannehill. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted.
Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? Best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, Up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked off by Christian Fulton.
And the Titans are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's Spears on second down. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 42. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
And they'll run the option on third and short yardage.
And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll bring up second down. Tannehill now to throw. And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. Shoves him aside. Only able to gain a couple there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Tannehill going to move him around. On play action, they'll throw. That is caught, and he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 25-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now. And all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
Here now, 2nd and 4. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try.
He'll drop this one off to Swift.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. Flushed out right. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Now Folk for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
45, Titans 14.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. Berrios now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the return will stop right around the 25.
after the interception. Here's Tannehill. Throw left side complete. That's Watkins. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
A gain of 14.
Tannehill on first down.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On second down, here's Tannehill. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this is caught at the 5. And he gets into the end zone. We'll give him credit. They're not going to take this deficit lying down. They get 2 closer here on the fake extra point. And the Dolphins are going to recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an outside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Again, it's Robinson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Looking to pass. Tua. Eluding the pressure right. They complete it to Hill.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
It doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Now Tua going to change the play.
That one looks like he'll throw here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, 34 yards.
And the Dolphins have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. So it goes from a 3-score to a 4-score lead here in the closing moments of the 4th quarter. And whether they got that bonus touchdown or not, it's been a pretty impressive performance.
And they did it with not much time left. But they took what little time was on the clock and used it well, didn't they? Put a real exclamation point on their win with that score.
And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Yeah, we saw that one up here, CD. Offensive team, they touched that before it went 10 yards.
Obviously such a fine line, letting it go the required 10 yards, but also getting to it before the hands team can. Just didn't time it out right, and that results in a flag.
Ready.
He pitches it out. And down to the 36-yard line here. And they're going to speed things up here.
36-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41.
the lopsided affair finally coming to an end, and really no shortage of big plays for us to examine, partner, on offense or on defense for this team. They were
Nobody do it better than me, not incredibly. I do this competitively, uneditably. These falling silent when I walk up in the building. Worry about their future like I'm here to snatch their children. That line was brilliant. How I'm not already in the millions. Am I not the picture of resilience? Why they test my patience? Hyping all this lame. No one got a brain, they just be liking all the same. This is what the I'm in on industry games. I'm convinced that nobody is speaking my language. I'ma get it as so listen close when I say this. After every feel stainless. I can make a fiend go. Everything I wrote gon' smoke so dangerous. I can make an Einstein feel brainless. But look on the bright side, hope yield changes. I'ma get it started. Please give me a party.